Hi all folks, this is Max from RootGalaxyNote.com. So today I'm going to walk you through how to install an ICS custom ROM so you don't end up in a boot loop or brick your phone. The safest way to do that, you don't need to use any Chainfire repack, just use a BIS kernel. Basically go ahead and download, I'll have links below in my blog post, link to the blog post and you'll see it. BIS note kernel blah blah.zip. Download that file, copy it to your SD card or internal storage, and also the ROM you want to install, the ICS ROM. For this, I'm actually installing Rocket ROM ICS, but it can be any ICS ROM. This is the safest way. All right. So to do this, I'm actually on Gingerbread ROM. What you want to do is hold down volume up, center button, and the power button, and go into Clockwork Mod Recovery. And you have to have your phone rooted, of course, and also Clockwork Mod Recovery installed. And please don't try this on a AT&T Galaxy Note. That's the other one. This is the N7000. So once you're here, you're simply going to flash the BIS kernel and reboot into recovery. Let me see if I can make this thing a little bit. Yeah, I'm doing it sideways because that way the light, see the menus better. So go down to install zip from SD card. Install zip from SD card or internal SD card, depending on where you copied it to. I put it in my SD card, and I put it in my download directory. So that's the file I'm talking about, the BIS kernel blah blah.zip. This will install the BIS kernel on your phone, which comes with its own recovery, which is what we want, and it works well for installing ICS ROMs. This is the way to do it. I had a video back a couple months back, but since now everybody knows that this is the way to do it, so I'll make another video about it. So next, what you want to do is install the actual ROM. Oh, sorry, no. You want to go back and actually go to Advanced and Reboot Recovery. Now, if you don't have Clockwork Mod Recovery, you can do the same thing. The menus might be slightly different, but it doesn't matter. Just flash this BIS and then reboot into recovery. Or you can even just turn off your phone and reboot into recovery. But I'll just do that, since that way I don't have to hold down the buttons again. And it should give you a new recovery thingy here. So that's what we want. Alright. And there we go. So we have this recovery, Clockwork Mod Recovery 5.8.1.5. Even if you have this already, try using this BIS kernel, because even if the version's the same, the actual internals of the Clockwork Mod Recovery might be different. So let's go ahead and install this. I'm gonna do a regular wipe, and then install the ROM, and install zip from SD card. Choose zip from SD card or internal SD card. I got it there. And I'm going to go to my download folder, and there's my Rocket ROM there, and say yes. And I'll be back when this is done. Now if you're already on ICS, you can just go ahead and install, but if you have any problems, you can always follow this method to install any ICS ROM. If you end up in a boot loop, you should still be able to get into Clockwork Mod Recovery and install it. And also, if you lose, for some reason, some ICS leaks ROMs, they don't come with a recovery. Then we can do is Odin the kernel. There's a tar file you can find also, and there's a way to extract the Z image from the same zip file and just flash that in Odin also. So that's done, and I'm gonna go back and reboot system now, and that should have done it. So go ahead and use a BIS kernel for installing ICS ROMs, and you shouldn't have any trouble installing any ICS ROMs or all that bricking stuff, you know. So I've got the nice boot animation. This is supposed to be the Rocket ROM, and I'll have a review of this, but that was how to install ICS ROM on your Galaxy Note. Usually you might be able to just install it, but I know sometimes some of you guys have trouble. But this is the sure method, fail-proof method, and you can do this even if you're still stuck in boot loop, so long as you can get into clockwork mod recovery. So there, we figured it out, and almost done here. And I'm just waiting for the next ICS because this phone is super fast, but I want to make it even faster. And most of the ICS ROMs, they don't have overclocking yet. As soon as Samsung releases the official ROM, it'll be there. But God, they're taking it way too long. And I'm really looking forward to the Galaxy Note 10.1, which is supposed to be the next generation device. Even though the Galaxy 2 Tab 2 10.1 came out, that one's kind of, you know, supposed targeted for people who don't want to spend $500, maybe $400, but want to get the best. Versus the Galaxy Note 10.1, they actually pulled it. I think what they're going to do is actually change the specifications to be even better. So I'm looking forward to it. I might have a higher resolution, maybe even better, way better processor. That's going to be like the next Galaxy Tab for me. Just kind of, I don't know if I'm going to get the Galaxy Tab 2 10.1. But there we go. We're not booting here, so this can happen. Just we're going to give it another minute or so and see if it boots up. If it doesn't, we'll just reboot. Alright, I'll be back. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go have, oh, never mind. There you go. So there you go. That's how you install it. ICS ROMs, any ICS ROMs. Make sure you use a BIS kernel. Don't worry about again, Clockwork Mod Recovery version number. That has nothing to do with the actual Clockwork Mod Recovery that's in the kernel. So just use a BIS kernel. That way you can get ICS on there, and you'll have no problems flashing ICS ROMs. And you can do the same thing for Gingerbread if you have any problems with Gingerbread. Same thing. So anyway, thanks you guys for watching my video. If you have a Galaxy Note, don't forget to sign up for my email list at rootgalaxynote.com, where I update you once or twice a week with ROM reviews, tips, hacks like this, and it's a great way to communicate with me. And I don't share your email with anyone else but my dog. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button for me. It helps me. And subscribe button up here if you have. Thanks a lot. And share this with your friends on Twitter, Facebook, or Google+. There's a share button right there. Anyway, thanks you guys. Stay high on Android. I'm going to go make more videos. And don't be an iHeart.